Good morning. Happy tax day. Today is April 15th. Happy tax day, y'all. Hopefully you guys have gotten your taxes done by now. I'm gonna be here with you guys for the next 20-ish minutes or so. So I was gonna do a YouTube video today, but there's so much noise outside my house right now that I don't think it would be good for me to record a YouTube video for you guys right now. So I'm just gonna try to give you guys some value, answer any questions that you guys might have about growing your shop or your barber business if you're a single barber working for somebody else. I'm just trying to give you guys value for the next 20 minutes. Hopefully you find that valuable. And if you're not in my community, the link to join, it's 100% free to be inside the community. It's skool.com/barbers. It should be like right there. So make sure to join that. Or you can comment the word Mastermind. I think if you comment anything on the live, like if you're on Instagram, then my automation will automatically DM you the link to join the community. We're actually halfway through the month now, so hopefully you guys are having a good month as well. I think we started out pretty strong. We just did a price increase at our shop, so that makes some clients upset. We lose some clients, but overall we're just making more money now, which is nice. And it's not for the sake of being greedy, but like some of that goes directly to the barbers. So basically they all just got a raise. So we didn't actually lose a lot of clients after the price increase. I mean, it's too soon to know, but based on what I've seen so far, we haven't really lost any clients, or at least not enough for it to make like a difference in our shop. So that was a good trade. More money, less clients. That's usually a good thing, right? All right. Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat. I can go through the community and see if there's any questions that came up as well. One of the things that I had a good call with the other day with somebody inside the community. He said the barbershop that he works at isn't showing up on Google, or there's no visibility. And that is, so I checked it, and yeah, it's 100% true. The barbershop owner had a Google profile, but it was in his name. Not even, so the barbershop itself didn't even have a Google profile. So I think that's the first step. If you are a booth renter, or if you own your own shop, or you have a suite, then you have to be showing up on Google when people are searching for a barbershop. Now, if you work for somebody else, then they already did that. And that's the benefit of working for somebody else, is that they already have that done for you. They're hopefully doing it, depending on the shop you're at, hopefully they're doing the marketing for you as well. But yeah, you got to show up on Google, man. So I think the problem with a lot of barbers is, and the reason why they're not maybe getting as many clients as they think that they should, is that you're looking for clients like the way a barber would. Or I think the mindset shift that I had from the very beginning was, you got to think about, well, if you were a client, how would you look for a new barber? And I got the answer to that, thankfully, early on in my career by asking people, that sat in my chair, like, how did you find out about the shop? And because the shop that I was working at didn't do any marketing, like, whatsoever. So I was just really curious. We got so many new clients all the time. Like, how did you find the shop? And the answer, like 9 out of every 10 times, was Google. So I learned that, like, within a few months out of barber school, how powerful Google was. So as soon as I opened my shop, that became the focus, and still is, how do we get on Google, develop a really strong Google profile, and then get a lot of reviews, and then eventually get to the most reviews out of anyone in the entire city. And now that we're there, it's like, okay, now I want to get so far beyond anyone else that it's like the second place person isn't even close to us. So that's my current goal. And I think we'll achieve that. But and I made a course about everything that I do to build our Google reviews. I literally don't do anything different than what I put inside the course, but that's all inside my community with the link that's right here. If you want to know exactly what I did to build my shop to over 2,000 Google reviews total combined, then I put it all in a course, and it's like super simple stuff. It does take a while though to build up that many reviews. I've been doing this for over 10 years now, coming up on 11. But if I would have known the things that I do now back when I first started, I would probably have 3,000 reviews right now for my shops. But I can show you guys just so you can see that I'm telling the truth here. I'm going to pull up on my browser, and then I'm going to share my screen. You're probably not going to be able to see my screen if you're on Instagram, but I'm also streaming this on YouTube. So first I'm going to go to my Southside location, and then I'm going to share my screen here. There it is. So I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. All right, so if you could see that I'm on the right side of the screen, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is my shop, one of them. Right now I got 1,474 reviews. And then if I go to our other location, which is our newer one, right now we have 799. So we're doing okay in terms of the number of reviews we got. I think that's if you want to get clients basically on autopilot, that's the number one strategy. It's the one thing that I've done since the beginning that has consistently worked well for me. I've tried a lot of things that didn't work, but man, that Google works 100% of the time for now. With AI and everything, that stuff could change. But one thing I do believe is that one thing that I'm noticing is that if you have a really strong Google presence, like you're already ranking in the top of the search results when people type in barbershop near me or barber near me, that's also going to translate to your search results in AI in a lot of cases, right? Because a lot of times Google or these AI platforms, a lot of times they're just pulling information from Google. So if you're already ranking high on Google, then you're probably gonna be one of the shops that's recommended if somebody goes into their favorite AI tool and says, "What's the best barbershop near me?" If you're already ranking high in Google, chances are you're going to rank high in the AI search results. So there's really no downside, and maybe we're kind of early adopters. If you're somebody that uses the AI tools, maybe we're early adopters, and there's a lot of people that still just go to Google first when they're searching for something. But me personally, I've almost completely stopped using Google now. I go straight to my AI, and I'll ask it a question, and I'll get the answer, as opposed to searching through different links. So I think the way people search for barbershops is going to continue to evolve. So I don't think there's any downside to showing up in different places, So be listed on Google, be listed on Yelp, everywhere that you can. You want to be listed, you want to be getting reviews, you want to be putting content there. Because you also don't want to just create a Google page and then just forget about it. It's not like you got to treat it like social media. And arguably, I think it's more important than social media in some ways, right? Now, the younger generation might be different, but like anybody like 30 years old or higher, the people that have money are, a lot of them are starting with Google, when they're searching for a business to visit, to frequent. So so you gotta, I think, keep it active too. So be adding getting reviews, updating things, adding photos. Like all these things are super helpful when it comes to pushing your page to the top of those search results. Hopefully that makes sense. But I mean, that's how we get clients basically for free, is by just consistently trying to get reviews for our Google page and then just optimizing the shit out of it. Giving Google as much information as possible, having a ton of photos, having a ton of videos. And even if you work for somebody else and you don't have your own Google, like you can still add photos. Like anybody can go and add a photo to our shop's Google page, right? So you could post a photo on Google for your shop. You can ask all the clients that sit in your chair to write you a review. And if you work for somebody else, then just make sure that your client mentions you in the review. So that way, when people are reading those reviews in the future, they start to see your name popping up over and over again. So they're like, well, this person gets a lot of reviews, and so they must be pretty good. So I'm going to book with that person. And then I'll show you guys what our website looks like too, because I have a cool tool on our website called a wall of love, which basically aggregates all of our reviews from every location, every platform. So like Google, Yelp, Facebook. And we also add the reviews that come in through our software. And it just all shows up here. And I actually tested this, and it actually increased our conversion rate. So some of you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but like it's really important at some point in the future. Like this is super nerdy stuff, right? But it's, I spend money to try to get clients in the door. So I care about this stuff because I want that budget to go as far as possible, right? And if you're sending a bunch of people to your website or to your booking page or to your social media, and they're not booking, then you have a conversion problem, right? You don't have a traffic problem anymore. You have a conversion problem. So you basically have to design the first thing that they see to be like, damn, this place is good. I want to give that place a shot, or I want to give you a shot as a barber. So this is the first thing that people see. If you're looking on the screen, if you're on YouTube right now, you can see my full screen. This is the first thing people see when they go to our website. So there's a nice little video playing at the top, right? Nice professionally done video. There's some information here. But if you look right here, what shows up at the very top of the page is reviews, right? So this is our wall of love that, like I mentioned, aggregates all of our reviews from every platform. As you can see, combined with everything, we have over 2,500. So hopefully that's, a client sees that and like, oh, that's impressive, And then these are all real reviews too. Like I didn't write any of these. These are all 100% written by actual clients, right? And the tool that I use to do this is called Embed Social. It's like $20 a month or something like that. It just takes all the reviews, puts them into one place, and this single-handedly increased our conversion rate of our website because people want to see proof. Basically, they want to know that they're in good hands. So if you have a shit ton of reviews on your website, it will probably increase your conversion rate, And I know that because I use a tool called Google Analytics, which is free, I think, to use. I've never paid for it, but if I what I did was I looked at my conversion rate prior to adding this tool, adding these reviews, and then I noted that, and then I added it, and then I went back and looked at it like, did it go up or down? And it went up. And then I took it off the website because I was getting cheap, and I was like, I don't know if I want to pay $20 a month. And so I took it off the website, but then I looked at the conversion, and then it went back down. So I'm like, oh shit, it's 100% worth it to pay the $20 a month to have a higher percentage of people going to our website to book an appointment. So that's another kind of way you can use reviews, is like put them on your website, put them on your booking link, put them in your social media, right? The more proof you can show, the bigger the advantage you're going to have over the competition. Every review is content. Every haircut is content, right? So try to get a shit ton of reviews is basically the summary, but also just use them. After you get them, use them. Put them in the places that clients are going to see before they book an appointment. And I would pretty much guarantee it's gonna help you get more bookings if you do that. People want to see this stuff, right? So put yourself in the mind of a client, right? People do want to see haircuts and things like that, right? But they also want to see reviews. Like, who else? That's how, like, Amazon. One of the reasons why Amazon grew so big is that I think Amazon created the whole review thing. Like, reviews didn't exist prior to Amazon, and now, at least for me, like, I don't really buy a product unless it has like 4 stars or higher, right? And I think a lot of people think the same way. So Amazon basically has trained everybody to only do business with people that have good reviews. So if you already have good reviews, that's awesome. But just try to promote it, So that's been helpful for us, at least, is having those reviews and then putting it everywhere. And that's like one of the last things that people see prior to booking. I also thought it was interesting because I looked just the other day, like every now and then I look at like what are the most popular pages like on our website, just to get an idea of like what are people interested in, because we get a shit ton of traffic to our website. I'll share my screen so you guys can see. In the last 30 days, again, if you're on YouTube, you'll be able to see the full screen. But in the last 30 days, we've gotten over 8,000 visits to our website. And let's see, we can see what pages are people going to. So this is the engagement. So this basically says, what are people clicking on? What pages are they going to? So if you see here, the number one page that people go to, no surprise, is the home page, right? After that, the next thing they want to see is the services page. So people want to know, like, what do we offer and how much does it cost, right? That wasn't surprising to me at all. The next most popular page is the locations page. So where are we? Okay, we know who you are. We know what you offer. Where are you? How far away are you? So this is actually, I think, probably the process that a lot of like what's going on in a client's head. Like, these are the questions that they're having, and because the data proves it, right? So then once they know about you, they know what you offer and how much you charge, they know where you are. The next thing I notice is that they want to know, well, who works there? So our team page, where it shows all of our barbers, it has a little bit of a bio about them. If it links to their Instagram too, if they have one, so that they can see photos of their work. That's our 4th most popular page. And as you can see, there's a drop off here because, most of the people that go to the website, are not gonna like book an appointment for some reason, right? So there's this huge drop off from the people that visit to the people that are actually like, okay, well, what do you guys offer and how much is it? And then there's another drop off, Like, okay, I'm cool with what you offer. I'm cool with paying that. Now, where are you? Right. And then for some people, it might be like, oh, that's too far. I'm not driving that far, you know? So then there's another drop off. But the people that are willing to make the drive, they're like, okay, I want to go there. You have a location that I'm willing to go to, but who do I book with? So then that's why I think our number 4 most popular page is the Our Team page, which this was actually some advice that I got from a salon owner, because I was getting lazy and I turned this page off for a while, and because we were also having some turnover issues at that time. So it was like I would add somebody to the page and then they left or got fired, and I would have to take them off again, and I just got tired of it. But then I had a call with a salon owner, and she's like, yeah, that's like one of our most popular pages. You should definitely like reactivate that. So I took the advice, and she was right, you know? So, and since I activated it, it's become one of our most popular pages. Like, this page was inactive like 6 months ago, you know? And now it's our 4th most popular page. So people want to see, if you have a barbershop, this is a real key point. Like, people want to see who, let me just take this off the screen right now. But if you own a barbershop and you have a website, I think these are the 4 pages you need. You need a home page. This is where people are going to land right after clicking your ad, right? So this has got to be one of the most beautiful pages on your site. The next page you think you need to have is a services page, because people want to see what you offer and how much does it cost. The next one is a locations page, or where are you, if you just have one location, right? Because people want to, maybe they're cool with, you know, what you charge, and they like what you offer, but they also want to know where you are, right? And that also helps with search engine optimization, because, you know, if people are searching for a barbershop in your city and you have your address, you're more likely to pop up. The next page is what maybe a lot of people don't think about, which is what I ignored for a while, which is your team page. Like, people want to know, like, who works there and who should I book with. So just think of all the questions you would have as a client, and then try to build a page on your site that can answer each one of those questions. That's what I did, at least. And then our number 5 most popular page is our membership page, because we offer memberships. So that page is dedicated specifically to answering the membership questions, like how much does it cost, what are the terms, etc. Right? So those are the pages that are the most popular, at least in the last 30 days for our site. And then we have a lot. You know, that's the cool thing about the website, is I can add as much as I want to there, and, you know, only the people that really want to see that stuff are actually going to go out of their way. But the homepage, I try to keep it really clean, because it's just like, and I learned this lesson. I'll share my screen again. But as you can see, like, there is a link to book like all over my page. Like, just in the top of the fold is what it's called. There's 3 booking links, right? So you want to make it easy and obvious for people to book an appointment with you. Like, it shouldn't be a mystery when people go to your website, like, how to book an appointment with you, and where you are, what do you do, how much do you charge, where are you, where's your address, and then who works there. You know, people want to know that stuff. At least that's what the data tells me. So that's kind of some nerdy stuff that I've learned kind of along the way when it comes to if you have a website. Now, if you work for somebody else, hopefully they're doing this stuff for you, because it works. At least it works for us, you know. And I think that's all the time that I have for you guys today. So if there's no last minute questions, I guess this was kind of a sermon today, more so than a Q&A. But we talked about reviews, the importance of reviews, promoting the reviews, and then how to basically optimize your website so that it turns people from visitors into clients. So the recording for this will be on my YouTube channel if you're just now joining. But hopefully you guys found that valuable, and I'll see you guys in the next call. See you later.